Hello everyone and welcome to this little build guide of my Poison Pathfinder that is playing Gas Arrow as its main skill. This is just supposed to be a quick little tutorial slash build guide, as I said, and we're just gonna highlight what gear I'm wearing, what content I'm doing, and then follow up with some other stuff. So first up, the gear. It's at this point not even that good, but it's enough to go into like tier 12, 13 maps without problems, and it's still a work in progress. But since I haven't found anything remotely close or like relatable to my character so far on the internet, I wanted to give it a little, showcase. So we are playing a Fizzbow because we are a poison character, and poison is a summary of our biggest fizz hit, and then does a damage over time chaos damage. So we go for a Fizzbow, projectile skills, levels. Mine is only +1, but I'm gonna upgrade soon. I just farmed some currency, but more to farming currency in a bit. And next up, we are using the Snakebite gloves because they give us +1 poison, and I'm going to show you all the sources of poison that we have later on. We use some rings to fix our resistances, like this is a lot of resistance, for example, some more resistance, and also fist to attacks. Like right now, you can't really look at my other stats like mana and dex is just fillers because I was in general looking to fix my reses first. We are wearing an energy shield helmet. This is important. Also, which is important, is that we get as much energy shield as we can because we are indeed an energy shield character with evasion on top of that. So we are using this helmet, which has some nice energy shield, a little bit of res. This amulet for +3 projectile skills, and ideally you want energy shield here, increased energy shield. But the rarity is also nice, feels kinda good when the yellow packs just give you more stuff. On the quiver as well, projectile skills. I don't even know if you can have +3 here, +2 is good, and projectile speed is also nice. We'll show you that on the tree later. The base could be like attack speed, we don't really need the poison on hit. But yeah, you want to get plus levels here on the amulet and the bow. As I said, +1 poison here. The belt is basically just resistances and some flask and mana shenanigans because you are spending quite a lot of mana and you have to use your flask quite frequently. The boots are also not too good. They are okay. I would say in general my items are mid-budget. Like it's not really high budget, but it's also not something you can buy for one exalted. It's like, yeah, in the tens and maybe 100s of exalteds spent on this so far. So next up we come to the tree. Next we're gonna do the gems then. And let me just quickly mute the global chat because there's somehow people writing all of a sudden. So I only have 3 ascendancies so far. We have the contagious contamination for the poison spread on kill. Then we have overwhelming toxicity, which doubles the poison that the target can be afflicted with. And also we have this one, which gives us another +1 poison. I will just like hold this like this for a moment so you can see all the skills I took. And then we are going to talk about some of the more in-depth mechanics. We just took the skill points. The last ascendancy that I haven't unlocked yet will be the flask charges, because as I said, we are using flasks a lot. And now why is it so important that we have like this body armor and this helmet? We have this node, Spectral Ward, maximum energy shield per 12 evasion rating on equipped body armor, so we want evasion-based armor pieces for this. And why are we using an energy shield helmet? That is because there's also a node, let me just quickly find it, it's here, +2 evasion rating per 1 maximum energy shield on equipped helmet. So kind of when we stack ES we get evasion, and when we stack evasion we get ES. We are also using a lot of the nodes that give us both of those 2 attributes. And apart from that, we are really just taking everything that is affecting the poison, like this for example, these 2 nodes, this one here, the one up here, this is just a nice note for some projectile damage, because projectile damage is also gonna increase the poison you are going to affect. And then we use Eternal Youth, and this is quite interesting because life recharges instead of energy shield, but life recovery from flask applies to energy shield instead. So this makes it so there's the funny interaction. You don't really regenerate life because it's like the ES region that is delayed after taking damage, but we can use the flask to heal up the energy shield. So we have like two health pools. And also we have the evasion rating, which is currently just under 8,000 here, but that's because I'm also missing some of the nodes. But the build feels really good, so I wanted to already shout it out a little. For the gems, the jewels, sorry, ideally you want Quiver Effect, but Quiver Effect is insanely expensive, so just get Poison Duration, Magnitude of Ailments or Magnitude of Poison. We have it here, we have one down here, and there's another one here, and yes, even up here. So anything related to duration increases our damage, magnitude also. So the stats, you see we are res capped, trying to get that chaos res cap, but I'm not too successful with that yet. I'm also only level 82 right now. So there's a lot of improvement in that regard. And I think lastly, but one of the most important things, are the skills that we are using. So the main skill is Gas Arrow, which we are trying to boost with the projectile skills, plus levels. So it's currently 26. I can get another, excuse me, can get another +3 here, and I think I can get some more on the quiver, but it should be around like 29 to 30 where your cap is, depending on if you get the +1 chaos levels from the skill tree by anointing the amulet. So we're using Gas Arrow, Max Qualt for more radius, using it with Comorbidity, Deadly Poison, Heft, and Chaos Mastery. I tried armor shredding, but I think it doesn't matter if the enemy has armor or not, that regarding your poison damage. We support it with Vine Arrow because it's just nice with Font of Rage for some additional life rag. Oh, sorry, it's not even life rag, it's just rage rag. So we use Font of Rage here, Encumbrance and Scattershot for the slow and the additional buff that you get when you poison the actual vines that spawn from this. We have Rain of Arrows to apply Withering Touch and Maim, but we also apply Maim via our Gas Arrow, so that's quite nice. Just inspiration to keep the cost down a bit, because all these skills cost a lot of mana, like we see here, almost 200, 150, and I think without the cost reduction it would be over 200. And we only have like 800 mana, and we are currently using this flask, spamming it, gaining as much charges as we can. It's not even full qualt yet. And then next up we use Alchemist's Boon, also to regenerate flask charges. And then we use Herbalism for even more recovery from the flask, and Cannibalism to recover some life, because as I said already, the flask is only regenerating our energy shield. It's not regenerating our life. So whenever you get hit over the amount of shield you have through the evasion, you will not regen life by pressing the flask. So you are kind of reliant on kill effects, and this is quite nice for only 15 spirit. Next we have the Wind Dancer buff, which gives us more flat evasion. Sorry, not flat in that regard, it's multiplicative, but you know what I mean. Clarity for increased mana regen, and Despair to debuff chaos resistance with heightened curse, focused curse, and magnified effect to apply it easier. I could include some gameplay footage, but yeah, you can you can check out my Twitch for that if you want. I'm also gonna do a follow-up video, because what I'm currently spending most of my time with is actually the Trials of Sekama, or Sanctum as you might want to call it, if you played PoE1. And I'm gonna doing a little project here where I'm just gonna run multiple of those with number of trials 3, because the fourth one is actually the difficult one. With the ones that only have 3 trials, you should have no problem, and area level 74 is the highest you can get before it gets a 4 trial 1. Because the last boss is still quite difficult, and as I said, I don't have the ascendancy points either. So yes, that's basically it. One thing you need to pay attention is that you want to fix your resistances in the way that you can use the runes that give increased evasion and energy shields. So here, 2 here, 1 here. So I even fixed resistances in this one, and I haven't corrupted it, no double sockets and stuff. Like, this is all for another time. But yeah, if you want to um, know how I make my currency, how I play most of my, spend most of my time, because I enjoy mapping, but for some reason I just like the Sekama Trials, or Sanctum, as you might want to call it. I will do an upcoming video, as I said, where I explain the strategy, we go over the loot I drop, and find out if it's really worth it, because I think it is. But until then, stay tuned, follow for more, and enjoy your time playing the game.